I did it my
He just missed the punch there.
regrets. I've had a few, but then again.
Well, I mean, one of the changes is that, well, it's quite a few. I think one of them is that the fact that from 15-round fights to 12-round fights, that happened in my time. The shift of power from America, although the American TV is very powerful, but the shift of power in as much that you always had, it was always all the heavyweights were always American, and they were not their Eastern European or British.
Of course, yeah.
And same with a lot of the fighters. The change in that now in the UK, nearly every major city has a decent sized venue, which they didn't have years ago. So you can take, which I sort of took all the shows on the road around the country. Sky, huge thing for boxing, pay-per-view enabled us to build, even bigger fights. I think they've been the plus, and the medical aspects of it. After that terrible Michael Watson tragedy, had a boxing board of control had to get their act together, which they did. And touch wood, it's been very, we've not had too many sort of tragedies since.
I faced it all, and I stood.
What's happened in this day and age, you've got a lot of accountants getting involved and a lot of lawyers getting involved in sport, and especially the accountants, all they think is bottom line. Well, it's not just about bottom line, it's also about, giving something back and making it work for everybody.
Yeah.
And, boxing sometimes can be its own worst enemy. It's got this Hollywood image of, they're bent fights and all, things. But in my time, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, you think in the era that we live in tabloid journalism, you've had so many people being caught throwing football matches, snooker, cricket, ice skating, some girl bashing another girl with an iron bar to stop her from skating. Rugby, you've seen all the scandals. Not one boxing scandal. So if it ever was going to happen, that somebody was going to come out, it would come out. So, I think the sport should be proud of itself from that point of view.
Yeah.
For what is a man?
I think Nathan Cleverly and Kell Brook, they're a little bit in front. Matt Macklin, he's been on the cusp of fighting for a world title. So I think those three there. James DeGale and Paul Smith's a real tough fight for James DeGale. Whoever comes through that, I think it's going to go on to bigger and better things. Young Frankie Gavin again, I think all of them have got a great future.
Yeah.
I think they're the best crop of youngsters I've been involved with for a long, long time.
Yeah, yeah.
I took the blows.
Yeah, but it's changed a lot. Years ago there used to be some fabulous characters. I mean, it really was like Damian Runya's thing, especially in America. I mean, it was just funny. You would not stop laughing. It's just fun. It was fun, and it was a great business being. Now it's become a little bit more corporate as far as lawyers. And I'm not saying boxers shouldn't have lawyers or, or accountants. And the accountants basically run the TV companies now.
Yeah.
So it's not as there's not so many characters as there were.
Yeah.
Although there are a few around, but nothing like it was years ago.